Good afternoon, guys. As promised, I'm going to teach you how to make cauliflower jollof rice today. Over 300 of you guys decided that that's what I should teach you. So here we go. It's a quick and simple recipe. And if you enjoy this video, make sure you share it with your friends and family and tell them to follow Lady Laide on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram TV. All right, guys, so here we go. These are all the ingredients that we're gonna need today, and it's pretty simple. You need a tomato, half an onion, a habanero pepper. I like garlic, so I'm gonna use 2 cloves of garlic. We're gonna use spring onions at the end for some freshness, and it adds to the flavor. And then here's the cauliflower fried rice. There are 2 ways you can get it. Or 3 ways you can get it. You can buy cauliflower and grate it yourself in a food processor, or you can get these pre-made bags. This is in the fresh fruits and vegetable department, and this is $2.99. There's another one that Giant or whatever grocery store you go to makes that's about $4.99 to $5 for 12 ounces. You can also get it in the freezer aisle. There are lots of brands that make cauliflower rice in the freezer department. It's just that if you use that for any of your recipes, once it's thawed, I would suggest you letting the water come out of it, because your recipe can be a little runny if you use the frozen cauliflower. So anyway, that's what we have here, and then I'm gonna show you some still pictures of the ingredients as well. So the first thing we're gonna do is gonna blend up our peppers, and then we'll take it from there. So we have our onions, tomatoes, bell pepper, habanero pepper, and garlic here. I added just a tiny bit of water so I could get the blender going. I've turned on my pot and it's getting hot, so I'm gonna put some coconut oil in it. This is 1 tablespoon. I like at least 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. I like the aroma, the smell that it gives the food as well. So I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons and just heat it up just a little bit. I'm gonna heat it up, and I'm not gonna wait for it to be boiling hot before I put the pepper. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour in my pepper, and this is gonna cook for at least 15 minutes. I want it to dry up, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my bay leaves now. So I'm gonna put 2 bay leaves. And let this cook for the next 15 minutes. As you can see, the pepper is getting dry. So this is the point when I'm going to season it. So I just tasted this, and it definitely needs a little bit more salt. So I'm going to use a seasoned salt, which I showed you at the beginning of this video. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this and stir it in. Okay, let me just change to my dominant hand so I can stir this properly. Okay, I'm going to reduce the heat because it's really pretty dry now. I'm going to reduce the heat to low. And I'm going to taste this one more time. So I'm still stirring this because it has a little bit more cooking to do. It just does not taste fully cooked to me yet. And before you put the cauliflower in, you want to make sure it's fully cooked. Okay, Also, you do not have to use the habanero pepper, like unless you don't like spicy food. If you don't like spicy food, you can leave it out. You can use a little bit of cayenne pepper or paprika instead if you choose to do that. Um, and then just taste for salt. I think it tastes really perfect now. The curry's perfect, the ginger is just right, and the seasoning is great. So once this tastes cooked, then we're gonna add our cauliflower in, and you can still see our bay leaves is in there with the pepper. So you can see that our pepper is all dried up. It looks like we have just a tiny bit of pepper, which is great. So I'm gonna move everything to one side, and then I'm gonna pour in my cauliflower rice. So the cauliflower is all in, okay? I'm just gonna mix it together. Remember, 12 ounces is not that much because this is all vegetables. And I know you guys have been thinking that, oh, this is a keto recipe and it doesn't have any carbs. Well, you're mistaken. There are carbs in this recipe because onions have the highest amount of carbs in a vegetable, I believe. Tomatoes have carbs. Everything has carbs in it. So this is not a carb-free recipe. It's just tremendously reduced. And so I'm just gonna mix it all in, and then I'm gonna cover this up once I've mixed it properly to steam up for about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm looking for the color to be a bit translucent. I don't want it mushy because I still want that feel of having rice. Okay, I think I've mixed that in a little bit. So I've mixed it in pretty well. So now I'm going to cover it up for about 5 to 7 minutes so that it can steam up. Okay, this is looking really good. As you can see, I'm using a non-stick pan. This is one of my favorite brands, and it does really well. Let me know if you want some info on the pan that I'm using. This is almost ready, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some crayfish. I like crayfish, so I'm going to just add a tad bit more. I think it helps taste season, especially since we're not using Maggi or chicken Knorr or any kind of bouillon cube, because it has MSG and we don't use those things in keto cooking. And then I'm gonna add some fresh spring onions, and then I'm gonna stir it all in. This is almost ready. We just have a few more pieces that need to cook a little bit, but this is almost ready. And I'm sure some of you may be thinking, oh, do I have to use coconut oil? I don't particularly like coconut oil. Well, you don't. You can use 3 tablespoons of palm oil instead, or any other oil like olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Or if you want to cook it with ghee, which is clarified butter, you can do that as well. But palm oil and coconut oil, I think, are the best for this recipe. So this is pretty much done. I'm just going to plate it up, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So here we go. We have our cauliflower jollof rice. It looks like jollof rice, doesn't it, guys? And I have some leftover jerk chicken. So I put that on the side so you guys can have a good idea of the meal. Let me go ahead and taste this. This tastes really good. It's a bit spicy and hot because I just made it, but it tastes really, really nice. The salt is perfect. You can taste a hint of that cinnamon. And the spring onions makes it taste so nice. So let me know if you try it out, and I hope you enjoy. Have a great day, guys.